I bet you didn't realize how Tesla's supremacy is being contested. Remember when Elon Musk could send a car into space and everyone applauded? Those moments feel like a distant memory. Tesla, the beloved Californian icon of the electric vehicle industry, is now facing an unprecedented threat. Forget about killer robots or Martian invasions. This threat is far more tangible, far more immediate, and it originates from China. It wasn't always like this. Tesla once enjoyed an almost mythical dominance in China, the world's largest automotive market. Chinese consumers, eager for luxury and innovation, welcomed Tesla with open arms and wallets. Showrooms were bustling, waiting lists extended for months. Tesla was the future, and the future was electric, Chinese, and immensely profitable. Then, the dragon awoke. Chinese companies, once content to observe from the sidelines, began producing their own EVs. These weren't just cheap imitations. These were sleek, sophisticated vehicles, featuring cutting-edge technology and price tags that made Tesla seem like a luxury only the ultra-rich could afford. The game, as they say, had changed. And leading this revolution, a company you might not have even heard of, BYD. Remember that name, it's about to become very significant. BYD. It stands for Build Your Dreams, which is quite fitting because they're rapidly turning into Tesla's worst nightmare. This Shenzhen-based giant has, almost overnight, become the globe's largest EV producer. Yes, you heard that correctly. The world's largest. Surpassing Tesla, surpassing Volkswagen, surpassing everyone. How did this come to be? Simple. BYD grasped the Chinese market better than Tesla ever could. They provided a broader selection of vehicles, from compact city cars to high-end SUVs. They established an extensive network of dealerships and charging stations, and most crucially, they offered all of this at a price point that made Tesla seem like an overpriced luxury. The numbers speak for themselves. Tesla's market share in China is dwindling, while BYD's is skyrocketing. In 2023, BYD sold nearly 2 million EVs, leaving Tesla far behind. And it's not just BYD. Other Chinese companies like NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto are also making strides, eroding Tesla's dominance with each passing quarter. The dragon, once dormant, is now fully awake and breathing fire. And Tesla, well, let's just say they're feeling the pressure. Now you might be wondering, sure, Chinese cars are more affordable, but are they actually any good? And the answer is a resounding yes. Chinese EVs are no longer the clunky, unreliable vehicles of the past. They're packed with features, boast impressive range, and are, dare we say it, actually quite stylish. But the real secret to China's success? It's not just about building great cars, it's about building them affordably. And that's where the Chinese government comes in. China has invested billions, if not trillions, of yuan into its domestic EV industry. They've offered generous subsidies to both manufacturers and consumers. They've streamlined regulations and provided tax breaks. They've essentially rolled out the red carpet for their EV industry. The result? Chinese consumers can buy an EV for a fraction of the cost of a comparable Tesla. And when it comes to making purchasing decisions, most people, regardless of their nationality, tend to follow the same logic. Cheaper is better. This aggressive pricing strategy has put immense pressure on Tesla. To stay competitive, they've been forced to slash prices on their Chinese-made vehicles, cutting into their already thin margins. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that Tesla is struggling to maintain. This isn't merely a clash of brands or a fight for market dominance, it's about something far more significant. It's about the future of transportation, the evolution of technology, and ultimately, the balance of global power. The electric vehicle conflict is deeply intertwined with the broader geopolitical tension between the United States and China. The US, once the unrivaled leader in the automotive world, now finds itself trying to catch up. China, with its immense manufacturing capabilities and steadfast government backing, is swiftly becoming the epicenter of the EV revolution. This shift in power has not gone unnoticed in Washington. The Trump administration imposed tariffs on Chinese-made EVs, aiming to protect American jobs and give domestic manufacturers a fighting chance. The Biden administration, while adopting a more diplomatic stance, has also made it clear that they view China's dominance in the EV sector as a strategic threat. This geopolitical chess game is unfolding on multiple fronts. There are disputes over rare earth minerals, crucial components in EV batteries, most of which are controlled by China. There are concerns about intellectual property theft, with allegations that Chinese companies are replicating American technology. And then there's the issue of national security, with some arguing that relying on China for such a critical technology could leave the US vulnerable in the future. The EV conflict is, in many ways, a microcosm of the larger US-China rivalry. It's a high-stakes competition with no clear winner in sight, and the stakes are only getting higher. Autopilot to the rescue? So what can Tesla do? How can they possibly compete with China's relentless march towards EV dominance? Well, they can't win on price alone, that much is clear. They need to offer something different, something more, something that Chinese companies can't easily replicate. They need to double down on what they've always done best, innovation. Tesla's secret weapon, the one thing they have that no one else does, is their technology. Specifically their autopilot and full self-driving software. While other companies are still struggling to perfect basic driver assistance features, Tesla is already miles ahead, offering a level of autonomy that borders on the science-fictional. If Tesla can convince the world that their cars aren't just electric, but actually self-driving, they might just be able to justify their premium price tag. But even that might not be enough. China is pouring billions into developing its own autonomous driving technology. Companies like Baidu and Huawei are making significant strides in AI and machine learning. The race is on, and it's anyone's game. Tesla needs to do more than just innovate. They need to out-innovate. They need to push the boundaries of what's possible, to stay one step ahead of the competition, and to remind the world why they were once considered the undisputed leader of the EV revolution. Going global, Tesla's strategy to outflank China. But Tesla's approach isn't solely about surpassing China in technology, it's also about strategically positioning themselves around the globe. While China aims to dominate its vast domestic market, Tesla is targeting the international stage. Tesla is swiftly expanding its global manufacturing presence. They already have operational factories in the United States, China, and Germany, and are constructing new ones in locations like Mexico and Indonesia. This extensive network of gigafactories enables Tesla to manufacture vehicles closer to their customers, cutting down on shipping expenses and delivery times. It also provides a safeguard against potential global supply chain disruptions. But Tesla's global vision extends beyond just manufacturing. They're also cultivating a global brand synonymous with luxury, innovation, and sustainability. They're making significant investments in marketing and advertising, sponsoring major sports events, and collaborating with celebrities and influencers. Tesla recognizes that the EV market is a marathon, not a sprint. They're in it for the long haul, building a global empire capable of weathering the industry's rapid changes. The future is electric, but who will rule the road? So who will dominate the EV market? Will it be Tesla, the American pioneer that ignited the revolution, or will it be China, the industrial giant with robust government backing? The reality is it's still too soon to determine. The EV industry is still in its early stages. The technology is advancing at a rapid pace. New contenders are entering the field constantly, and the geopolitical landscape is ever-changing. One thing is certain, the future of transportation is electric. The internal combustion engine, a relic of the 20th century, is on borrowed time. The question remains, who will manufacture the cars of tomorrow? Who will control the batteries that power them? And who will gain the economic and geopolitical advantages? The answers to these questions will have significant implications for the entire world. A new world order, the EV revolution and global power. The electric vehicle revolution is about more than just automobiles. It's about a profound shift in the global power dynamics. For over a century, the world has depended on fossil fuels, a limited resource controlled by a few nations. But the emergence of EVs has the potential to disrupt this established order. Electricity, unlike oil, can be produced anywhere. Solar, wind, hydro, nuclear, the options are limitless. This means that nations once reliant on energy imports could achieve self-sufficiency. It means that new industries and jobs could emerge in regions previously overlooked. The EV revolution has the potential to transform the global economy, speed up the transition to clean energy, and create a more sustainable and fair future. But it also has the potential to heighten existing tensions, ignite new conflicts, and create new winners and losers. The stakes are incredibly high. The choices we make today will shape the trajectory of the 21st century. Fasten your seatbelts. The journey is just beginning. The electric vehicle battle is only heating up. The upcoming years will be pivotal. We'll witness the rise of new technologies, the formation of fresh alliances, and the drawing of new battle lines. It's going to be a rough journey, but one thing's certain, it's going to be captivating. So get ready, everyone. The future is electric, and it's approaching rapidly. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Share your thoughts in the comments about the future of electric vehicles.